next before the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise one time for Eva Marcille, Eva's Corner. What up, yo?
What's up, crack? So, you know what? Today I want to talk about mom shaming. And, you know, the world is different these days, right? So a lot of us have, like, these aunts and uncles and grandparents that have, like, 9 and 10 brothers and sisters, and that's fine. But in today's world, in today's society of technology and all things women's lib, women can choose what they want to choose. And so statistically, women are having babies at a later time in life and not as many as they used to have years and years ago.
Right.
And so today I want to talk about shaming women who do not want children. So does everyone know who, like, Adrienne Bailon is? She was like the Cheetah Girl. She's also on The Real, right? Mm-hmm. Well, she's married to a Christian singer, and she's like, I don't want kids.
Right.
I'm cool on kids. And so she gets a lot of backlash because people are like, well, you're married, your husband's Christian, and it's part of your wifely duty and obligation to give him kids.
Who are these people?
And I'm like, yo.
Oh, wow.
Does he want kids?
Thank you. And shout out to all the housewives out there and the women that are procreating and do juggle their lives with 5 kids. Nothing wrong with that. But there's equally nothing wrong with the woman that doesn't want kids. And so her co-star, JENNI, who's also on the show, she married her husband, Freddie, now ex-husband, years ago. And they both decided that neither of them wanted to have kids when they got married. Okay. And then about a year into the marriage, Freddie is like, maybe I want to be a dad. Maybe I want to play basketball with my son. And Jenny's like, well, hold on, bruh. Because we said we didn't want any kids. And now you have baby fever, and it's a glitch in the marriage now because you want what we both decided we didn't want.
That's when things get sketchy, because it's one thing when you come into a certain agreement and, like, this is what you feel like is going to happen through the course of the relationship, and one person pivots and decides they want to do something else. Y'all got to be on the same page.
But things change, though, because, like, if I look at my life, right? So I was engaged almost 10 years ago to someone else who's happily married with children and is a beautiful man, has a beautiful wife. But I remember when we were dating and when we got engaged, I was like, I don't want no kids. Mm-hmm. I don't want any kids at all. And I feel like that was part of maybe why I was like, maybe I shouldn't get married, because I know I'm not going to be able to give this man something that he really wants. Now look at almost 10 years later, I have soon to be 3 children and married. And so you're allowed to change your mind. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, a woman should be allowed to feel how she feels. And just because we are the ones that, you know, carry the baby and the reproductive organs, of, you know, we should not be required to have kids.
Oh, please don't succumb to that pressure. And if you don't want to have kids, don't. There are way too many people.
What you think, Shanika?
We need people to not have kids.
And I'm happy with what I have going on right now.
But do you feel pressure? Because I know, like, even I mentioned it on my live on Instagram, and I see people in there like, I'm 35, and my friends are always pressuring me because all my friends have kids. And it's like, yo, if you want to have babies, you go have a baby. But if you don't want to have kids, you should not feel
obligated
at all.
Now, granted, I have, like, you know, like we talk about it sometimes on Dish Nation, and I put pressure on Brad. Like, Brad, you so maternal. You would be the best mom.
She would be such the best mom.
And all of that, but that don't mean I was meant to have kids. Now, a few times back in the day, I thought I had a few mistakes because I was looking for my Aunt Flo to show up, and she didn't show up, but then she came on through. I felt like it was meant for me to have kids. I would have, but I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, I'm almost this age, and I need to have babies because I need to freeze my eggs. To me, it should happen naturally.
Yeah.
No shade to people that do it the way they do it, but I'm raised by my grandmother, so if me and the man ain't getting it on and the stuff don't go where it go, and then I become a mother, it's just not gonna happen for me. But there's so many kids that need us, and people like me. I have like 15 god kids, and I make sure they're good and they're educated and they have everything they need and they feel loved, like on top of their parents loving them. Like, it's so many kids to be there for that need us, that we should, people who are not mothers should spread themselves amongst them and give them love as well.
I'm totally
a great
agree.
auntie right now.
Well,
me too.
Mothering and parenting is not all about biology. And at the end of the day, the moral of the story and the moral of Eva's Corner today is, ladies, live your life how you want to live it. If you don't want to have children, don't feel pressured. There's nothing wrong at whatever age you want to or choose to never have children.
Right. Do
Do not succumb to the pressure of others. You are perfect exactly the way you are. Let that uterus be and be free.
Okay.
Time for free uterus. All right,
Come
man.
on,
One
uterus.
time, y'all, for Eva Marcille. Free uterus. Time right now, 5 minutes for the top of the hour. Special K's up next.